This video is the beginner's guide to Speed Slider and will cover some strategies that will elevate your gameplay to new heights. For the first section, make your way to the outer facing ramps or the second and fourth one, as those ramps are the closest ones to you from the start. And as for the second row, make your way to the inner facing ramps or the second and fourth one. Once you reach the first U-turn, hug the fence, then jump while simultaneously turning your character, then quickly jump and dive onto the slide. This will require some practice since you have to input those commands fairly quickly. Nowadays, I don't really do it unless I'm feeling adventurous. Usually I'll just hug the fence and turn. Make sure you don't go wide, otherwise it'll slow you down. After you've done the first U-turn, go to the left side, and once you've taken the boost, jump dive on the left part of the slide and you will gain some speed. And right before the next boost panel, jump dive to the right side of the slide, and if you did it correctly, you'll be zooming forwards. By jumping on the sloped part of the slide, you basically gain some more momentum than if you went on the slide normally. The first part is very easy to do, but the second part can take some time to get down. But I heavily recommend you do it this way. To summarize, jump on the left side of the slide, then make your way to the right side and jump on the slope part right before the boost panel, and if you did it correctly, you'll be zooming. Upon reaching the second U-turn, either do the jump dive strat or just turn the corner while being close to the fence. This part of the map is where it can make or break some runs. Let's go over some strategies you can use to gain some speed. For this strat, we'll be taking the right side. Go down and position yourself to where when you jump dive, you land right here, which is the slope part of the slide, and you should gain some momentum. Then you need to jump dive over this gap and land on the slope part and make your way to the boost panel, then jump dive to the slide beneath you. And do make sure you hit the curved part of the slide, and once you do, you'll get a sudden burst of speed. You'll then need to go off the slide and land right back to it. Go down one more slide and aim for the outer edge of the finish line, and you'll qualify slightly faster than if you went through the middle. I'll explain why later. Honestly, in my opinion, taking the boost and landing on the curved part of the slide beneath you is the hardest part of this video. At times you'll land on the green portion and you'll just clip off the slide and get stretched out like crazy. Well, at least as of the 9.0.4 update. There are other times where you won't have the momentum to land on the slide beneath you, or you'll miss the boost entirely, which is what makes this strat work in the first place. Just make sure to not land on the flat part of the slide or it'll kill your momentum. If you do fail to do this strat or you get body blocked while trying to go for it, you can still recover with this next strat. Another more simple strat you can do is go down whichever side path you want, and once you've taken the second boost, go to the edge of the slide and drop down one slide, then do it one more time and make your way to the finish line. I will say if you land on the flat part of a slide, you'll lose most of your momentum and be unable to go down a slide. So try and aim for the curved parts of the slide, which will make it easier to do this strat. If you're feeling a little bit adventurous, just go down the middle, and this is fairly easy to do. Jump dive once you see the propeller block the middle, and by the time you get there, it'll be out of the way. And you just make your way down like normal, but near the end, go down one slide and you'll be on your way to the finish line. Honestly, if I'm in the lead, I'll usually go for the middle and I'll always finish first place or at least top 5 if there's no one doing any dive wiggling nonsense or anything like that. If you watch world record runs of Speed Slider, you'll notice that they take the left side and jump dive to the slide above them, which is the middle path. This for me is incredibly tricky to do and requires a lot of momentum and speed since you're going up a slide and not down. I've personally never done this successfully, however I still feel like it's worth sharing. Once you reach near the end, just make sure to be near the checkered pattern or the outer part of the circle. If you go through the middle, you'll be falling for quite some time. However, if you hit the outer edges, you'll minimize the time you're falling. While not my fastest time, here's one of my better runs of Speed Slider using some of the tips I shared in this video. Thank you to our Max Store members for your support as always.